Hey world, how are you guys today? My name is Sheila. I go by the Crow River Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and I have an Etsy store called She's So Sassy. I sell project bags. So welcome in. This is a channel about cross stitching 95% of the time, and then occasionally throw in some other crafty stuff like crochet and punch needle. I trying to do some of that. I bought a punch needle like pattern a year ago and I've yet to do it, and I'm like, just do it. So I want to do that. Watercolor and just, yeah, whatever tickles the old fancy. Like so many of us crafters out there, we have more than one little hobby. I mean, some of us maybe just one or two, and then some of us have way too many that there's not enough hours in a day to even do them. So welcome in. I hope you guys are good. It's been about a month since my last floss tube, which is always like, whoa. But so I'm here. The last few days I've been kind of in a funk, and this time of year, like when the days get so short and it's dreary and cold, my energy just tanks. I probably have, like a lot of people, like the seasonal depression where you just lose all motivation and so I was just kind of crabby and in a funk and a little sad, but no reason, like what, like you're just kind of like, why? Not PMSing anymore, that's for sure. But yeah, so like sometimes you just have to like take a nice hot shower or go for a walk and like get that funk off you. So all right, no, it's a funk free zone right now, so hopefully you guys are in a good mood. If not, I can maybe cheer you up a little by something stupid I might say. So let's start with finishes. I have no fully finishes. They've been sitting waiting to get fully finished, but they didn't. So my first finish that in the last month, I'll grab my my big board. So this is from Shakespeare's Peddler. It's called Most Wonderful. And I finished this quite a while ago, like probably shortly after my last video. And I was like, oh, I'll have the pillow all done and displayed for Christmas, and I still have Halloween stuff up. It is December 16th. We just got our tree yesterday, so I was gonna get it decorated maybe later today. And yeah, there's still Halloween. So a little behind this year. That's okay. This will be all ready to go next year, or even maybe later in the week or whatever. So really fun. This is on 40 count vintage country mocha, and I think the white shows up pretty good, much better in person. You could see it a little bit, but I'm going to make this into a pillow. I bought the chenille that goes with it, and I have these little snowflake charms that go right on the either side of the most. So hopefully maybe by next time it'll be a fully finished. If not, it will definitely be displayed next year. All right, the next finish I have is November. I finished this, I think, November 30th with hours to spare. I think I was getting the leaves on at the very end of the last day of November. And so this will get finished, fully finished, and put into my calendar, and it'll be all ready for next year. And this is by Prairie Schooler, and it is on 40 count lamb's wool. Love this one. And then, let's see, where am I going to put all this stuff? I have a big pile. All right, so I have a handful of starts and none that I planned. They're all, well, like a little bit, you know, you're like a slight plan, not a written down plan, but a pop in your head plan. So this, I wanted to get started sometime in December, and it is Shepherd's Bush. It's the stocking called Hector. And I want to get all of these, one for my husband and my daughter and me, all made in the next few years, whatever. We have stockings that I made quite a few years ago. They're kind of fuzzy and I embroidered our names, but I really love these and I just want to have another set. Maybe give my daughter one of the fuzzy ones, you know, for her to have, and then keep this set for when she's comes and visits. And then maybe, you know, if she ever has kids down the road, then I can keep adding, because Shepherd's Bush has quite a few to pick from. So this one is I'm making for my husband, and I'm using all called for. This is on 20 count natural linen, and it uses the pearl cottons, which I've never worked with before, and I really like it. It's great. So this is the start. I started in the middle, not knowing like space wise. So usually I'm a top left, but I started in the middle, and that is what I have so far. And working with the pearl cotton, it's just one strand, it's thick, but I only had the biggest needle I had was a 24. I think I just bought some 22s, and so I'll try that. But the needle, the eye of the needle is much harder to get this thicker floss through. And so that was tricky. I don't have a good needle threader. I've had some of those cheapy ones with, you know, that bend, and then you put it through, and then you're like trying to yank it and it just breaks. So I need to get I think I ordered some off Amazon. So, but they just haven't shown. So I did get a heavier duty needle threader. Oh my goodness. That's a tongue twister. So yeah, loving working on this. It's one thread of the pearl cotton, I believe size 5 they called for. And there it is so far. I messed up there's one row short. So, and then I worked all the way down, and when I got to the houses, I realized I was, you know, messed up, but I was not going to yank it all out. So I'm just having to fudge kind of all around. So it's like working off here, but then trying to keep this. So I'll just fudge it and you won't know, but yeah, I was really bummed. I'm like, no, but nope, it's not getting ripped. I mean, yeah, because this is just one squished shorter. So I'll just have to, you know, just fudge it. It'll all work out just fine. And so that is one of my first new starts. The next new start, every time I finish a prairie schooler month, I start the next one. And so I just started December. And, oh my gosh, I seriously don't have enough room. I've got quite a nice start on December. I've been doing a lot of this in the evening. If I'm kind of working on something else for a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, I want to pull this out. So, oops, I have one thread. This is also on 40 count lamb's wool. That all my ones are staying on the same exact count and the same color, and they're going to be uniform. And that is what I've got so far. This is a pain in the butt. Like, so much counting, because there's just, you know, it just spider webs out, and you like look and count and look back and count, and like constant counting. And down here, nice block, easy fill in. But it's like after I did this, I was like, oh no, I got to do a whole nother one on the other side. But by the time I get over to that, that'll be one of the last things, and then I'll be not so burnt out. But yeah, it wasn't killer, but like definitely slow, very slow with that, where I've got that was like, boom, easy peasy. But there it is, very wintry. Probably won't get done by the end of the month, so it'll just be ready to go for next month, because yeah, it's got a lot of the fill-in, a lot more snow and trees back here, and this house with snow. So this one's heavy duty also, like no joke, almost full coverage. I mean, not, but you know what I mean. Heavy, heavy, heavy. All right, next start is from this book. It's Fables and Fairy Tales by Veronique Enginger. You know, Enginger. Yeah, there it is. And I am doing the gingerbread house out of here. You can see it very reminds me of Christmassy. You know, it's just Hansel and Gretel, the gingerbread house, but it had a really Christmassy vibe to it. So I wanted to start that one. And I'm doing it on even weave. I know, like, sometimes I put stuff down there, it like makes the camera shake or sound loud. Oh, it's just dust. All right, it's on, believe 25 count even weave, 2/1. I think that's what I did. I have it. Yeah, it's the Hobby Lobby even weave in a package. Yeah, and it's just white, and I plan on doing quite a few of those out of the book, all the kind of fairy tales, and then I'm going to save them and make a quilt out of them. So that's what I plan on doing after I get maybe like a dozen of them all done, like way down the road. So this won't get a fully finished for a long time. It'll just be in my stash waiting to get done and eventually go into like a fairy tale quilt is my goal. So yeah, got a lot of the house done. I'll have to get the little people in, and so I'm in no hurry. I did a lot of this. I started this on when I met. We meet once a month usually for our stitch group, and I started it then and then worked on it for a couple more days after. Really cute. Love the colors. And yeah, I believe I'm doing 2 strands, or is it just 1? I don't know now, but it'll be really cute. It'll be all cute. The goal in my mind is like this fairy tale quilt for my daughter's future children. Grandma will make her a quilt, but if she never has children, then the little kid in me will have it, because I love little girly stuff. All right, the next start, I started Jack's Bash by Plum Street Samplers. You can see it there, sideways. And this is the start with my friend Leah. She picked this for her birthday start at the end of November. And this is what I got so far. Just did the outline border, and I'm working on filling in the grass area, and then there's a couple of little vase areas off to the side. So I've just been working on the fill-in, and yeah, this will just get pulled out. Maybe, you know, her birthday was on the 27th, so maybe for sure at least the 27th of every month, but then maybe a little bit more depending on the mood. This is more fallish, so definitely want to work more on wintry, Christmassy stuff right now. But I did want to get a nice little start, because we just did a quick start and I had only did a little bit of the border, and I don't like putting projects away that have barely a start. So I always like to spend a few days, get a little chunk done on some of my starts. This is on Fox and Rabbit, 40 count. It was a it was the color of the month. I forgot to pull out the sticker. A couple months ago, it's like moonlit something, moon something. I'll put it down in the show notes what it is. I forgot to grab the sticker, but I think it was for maybe September's month of the month fabric of the club of the month. Yeah, there's Sheila's tongue-tied again. All right, the next one I worked on, this is the Blue Flower Huckleberry Farm. This is coming on a year. I started this January 15th last year, and so we're coming up to almost a whole year. I really thought I was gonna be done with it. Would have if I wasn't such a starter of all things. But we're getting there. I'll work a lot on it in January. And I don't think I'll get a finish in January, but maybe we're halfway. We're halfway there. Yeah. So this is on 40 count. Coonsite by Fiber on a Whim. It's a really pretty purpley lavender color. A little bit of modeling, but not much. I think the called for had a lot more modeling, but my store that when I went in shopping, they didn't carry the called for, so I just got the next best thing. But it's turning out really pretty. This is, like I said, for my grandma. She was born and died in January 2000. Yeah, 2000 exactly. So yeah, it'll be 25 years since she's been gone. And I would love to have this done by the end of January, but like I said, it's a maybe. It's a hot maybe. All right. Another work in progress that I did this month was, this is from Reflet de Soie, I think that's how you say it, and it's called a knee couvure right there. And where am I at on this one, you wonder? This fabric is 40 count also, lightly salted, not roasted, by Bestitch Me. And there I am. It might not look very far. I think I spent just a couple days on it. I think I got this other motif all filled in and starting another one. So I'm getting to the end. It's going to be a tight fit. I think I'm only going to have like an inch and a half margin there. So yeah, there's a whole nother circle motif there, and then the floral motif to come down. Love the color of this fabric. It's such a warm, peachy, with beautiful modeling. I'll show you the whole piece. Yeah, you can see some of the modeling. Colors are gorgeous. I love, yeah, this one is a fun, makes me happy. It'll be a while. It's also a big one. Just another big sampler of mine. I'm excited to get down to the people. I love seeing like not real life, but more realistic people on samplers. Like the Jack's Bash, they're just a little more stick figure silhouette people, where this one, you know, looks like a little bit more realistic, and it's unique, and I like that. All right, next one is Elizabeth Weston, circa 1830. This is the biggest one I have ever working on. This is my birthday start and my Sunday stitch. So usually every Sunday I work on it. I did not work on yesterday. Today's Monday the 16th, and I did not pull it out yesterday. I worked on Jack's Bash and something else, I think. So just wasn't in the mood. I'm like, I'll give it a Sunday break, even though I shouldn't, because I'll be like 60 by the time this is done. This is Also fiber on a whim, I believe. Where this, oh shoot. Uh, the color is, oh no, it's on the tip of my tongue. Is it written down on here? I don't think so. Oh my gosh, I know it. I've said it a million times. I will have to look. I'll write it down again. So I worked on this bird since you last saw me. I think I was here. So like last month, I've worked and got that little bird done. Well, I think he's mostly done. I think there's over one stitching over by his eyeball. Or satin stitches maybe by his eyeball. And so yeah, that is what I got done. It's looking great. It's going to be massive. It's such a beautiful color. If I could just remember the name of it. Truffle. There we go. Truffle. Yay! Don't you love when your brain works for you? Truffle by Fiber on a Whim. I believe it's Fiber on a Whim. I think so. No, it's Picture This Plus. That's what it is. Picture This Plus truffle. Gosh. You know, sometimes when you get older and your memory, I mean, I've always had a crap memory. Always, always, always. But then when it's really like failing you, you're like, oh no, is it like early onset? You know, like you just start kind of catching yourself and like, but no, I don't think my memory is any worse than it was even 10 years ago. It's always just been bad. My sister, she's got the memory. So anytime I need to know something from our childhood, I just call her and ask her what I did in my life and she'll tell me. All right. Another one I worked on is Heartstring Samplery, and this is called Scenic Sampler. And I just worked on filling in some of the grass area down here. So I think last time I saw you, I had the house. So I filled in this little bee hive or skip or I don't know, the bee house, the little bee and the flowers and all this grass area. So that's what I was working on. And I think I'm getting close to the very bottom. I think it'll be about right there. I got a little bit more grass area. And then that's as tall, long as it's going to be. And then just start working over. I'm using all the called for, the fancy floss. And this is also on 40 count. Fabrics by Stephanie, Colonial Parchment. Great modeling on this one. It's warm, but it's not too warm. Like not like the peachy warm, but it's not green. Like sometimes you see some green. I love this color. This is just a beautiful, beautiful color. So Colonial Parchment. All right, last but not least, this is the Teresa Colgate SAL with her Patreon, and we are coming up on full year. This last section just came out yesterday, comes out on the 15th of every month. We started at January of this year. And so now December will be the last installment, and I will have 1 year under my belt. It's a 2-year SAL, so basically it will be, you know, double that. So just go down. This is on Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit, 40 count. And the last section, I put in the little cider house and the trees. So it was, yep, this section right here, cider house, part of the cider house. I think the other half was started And then got the little deer in, all the little apple trees around it. And then work on this, and it will be done the first full year. And I am so proud. I have stayed up to date on this SAL every month. I do my homework and get it done. It's been fun. You know what, I realize I like block stitching. I really find it super calm, repetitive. I mean, most stitching, you know, it's just a repetitive thing, but doing the block stitching is super repetitive. You can even zone out more because you don't have to count as much or look back as often. So this is like uber relaxing for me when I get to do block stitching. If it's too much of a big block, like on Jack's Bash, where it's the whole thing across is just a straight line, it gets a little monotonous. But you know, this gets broken up by some windows here and there, and a roof. So you do some block stitching, then move on. But yeah, I like the block stitching. I mean, I like it all, but I'm finding that I gravitate towards that, especially in the evening when I'm really kind of checked out for the day of like, okay, that's enough thinking and mind stuff. So yeah, I'm all right, that was it for my whips. 26 minutes in, yay. So I did have a couple purchases, and not much. I just purchased a few things other than some floss. So I'm in from Welcome Stitchery, they do a needle book club, and this was for October. It came a little late, got it in November, and it's Primitive Hairs, and this is All Hallows Needles Queen needle book. So I got that with the called for fabric, which is Old Salem linen, 30 count. It's just a really pretty modeled, like, looks tea-dyed, you know, but it's not, but that's kind of the vibe it is. And it came with this really fun skull needle, like a pin, fancy pin, so you can put that in there. And then it came with this little spider floss drop, which I dropped him and snapped his leg, but I super glued his leg back on. So we did a little surgery on the spider and he's all better. And then I was at Joann Fabrics looking through the books, and they had Max Pigeon. They had this, and I know quite a few people have got this, and I've seen a lot of people do some stuff out of it, and there's a lot of cute designs in here. So I've been eyeballing that, and it was on my Amazon like wish list, and I'm like, oh, so I got it at my Joann Fabric store. So a lot of cute stuff. I know that different people have done different flip throughs, and ooh, that fox is really cute. But yeah, I don't know what I plan on starting or when or anything, but I have it when I feel like starting. And then the other thing I got was I love all of these, and eventually I want to start them all and get them all done, but it's not like a priority. But I think this was one of my favorites it's the 4th Day of Christmas, and it's Hello by Liz Matthews. She's got the 12 Days of Christmas one, and so this is the 4th. I love the birds and the colors on this one, and I think I want to do all the trees. So that's what I'm leaning towards, is to have a whole set of the trees to display. And I bought I think this is the called for 36 count fiber on a whim, and it is cream and sugar. I'm not going to take it out of the bag. It's just kind of a really neutral, light cream and sugar linen. So I believe that is the called for here. Oh no, they called for milk and honey, but I'm doing mine on cream and sugar. Very similar look to them, so that's what I'm going to do on that one. And I might start it on the 4th day of Christmas, which I don't know what day. So the 12 days of Christmas start right, like day 1 is Christmas Day, and then you go 12 days after Christmas. Is that how the 12 days of Christmas work? I think so. So I might start this on the 4th day, which I don't know what day that is. If I'm even thinking right. For some reason, I think that's right. I should have looked it up. Don't want to be spreading misinformation. All right. So that's the only things I bought other than some floss for my SAL that I'm starting with you guys. And there's quite a handful of you guys out there that are going to start the SAL. We're starting it, well, what is it you say? It is Let Freedom Ring by Lila Studio. I still don't know which it is. I'm sorry, Lila. I think it's Lila Studio. But starting this January 4th, doing a SAL with you guys, and I have some information on it. So we've got, what, about 3 weeks, and we're going to get it started. So I divided it up. There is about a little over 37,000 stitches. And so we have, for the 250th anniversary of our nation, which will be July 4th, 2026, it's like 18 months from the January 4th start to the July 4th and a year later, which I think I looked it up, it's 78 weeks, because, you know, some months have 4 and some have 5 weeks. So it was about 78 weeks, if I counted correctly. Me and numbers are not great, so if I made a mistake on the numbers, let me know, but I think I'm right. And so 37,000 some stitches, 78 weeks, that brings us to about 480 a week. And I broke it up into weekly sessions. You can do, like, I'll give you the monthly too, but I'm just going to work on it every Saturday, and so I don't get behind. Because if I say, oh, I have a whole month to get it done, and then I start it, like, because I'm such a procrastinator, I'll start something like a few days before it needs to get done, and then like, whoa, this is a lot more stitching than I thought it was, and then I'm like not having fun because I'm just trying to cram it. So if I keep weekly sections, and if some weeks I don't get all of it done, I can pick it up on the next week. That'll make it a lot easier, and I'm not cramming, and I'm not feeling like it's a chore. So about 480 a week. And the sections I broke into, if you guys can see them, they are 13 across and six down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 down. And it's about 24 by 40. So when you get your chart, you know how they have it divided by tens. So you'll work 24 across and 40 down, and that would be a week. And so each week will be about a 24 by 40 section. So if you want to do, you know, if you want it by a whole month, if you just want to know what it is for a month, it's like 48 by 80 if you do these two. Or if you want to work all the way straight across, it's a 96 by 40. So, you know, 4 of those. And, you know, some months are 5 weeks. So, but I'm going to work weekly. And somebody, I'll put her information down here, her email and everything. We are going to Zoom once a month and work on it together. So if you are available that day, she's going to head up the Zoom, and on the 4th of every month. So if you're able to make it on the 4th of every month, to join us and stitch along with us while we're working on that section, then just give her an email so she can sign you up. I will write her, put it down in the information box down below, her email, and just every month on the 4th, we will work on it. And then by the 4th of July, wrapping it up, you know, that last week, we will have this huge Let Freedom Ring done for the 250th anniversary of our nation. And as you can see, like some weeks, like even right here, it'll be a real light week. And then when we get into here, those are going to be heavier weeks. So some weeks will be 480, some weeks might be 300, but that's just an average. Like if you just think, oh, a little less than 500 a week that I have to get done, then you will be done by 4th of July of 2026. And I'm going to do 40 count, and I'm putting mine on Vintage Country Mocha, and I'm using the called for some of the fancy floss. Majority of it's DMC. I think there's maybe like 5 that are the fancy floss that I got. I think used brick is the red that I grabbed, and there's a couple other ones that I think will benefit from having variegation, especially in the house. That'll be, you know, a little more interest than just DMC, but you can just use DMC as well too. You don't have to, because I think I need like 3 or 4 skeins of the used brick. So, you know, it's a little more expensive than DMC, but the DMC will be beautiful as well. So no rules. You guys can do what you want. You can put it on any fabric you want, and you can, yeah, like with a SAL, they're great because you can work with the people and stay motivated and not lose too much. But if you fall off and can't keep up, and then, you know, maybe one month you have time and catch up, or yeah, but if you want to join, I would love to have you. The hashtag that I'm going to use on Instagram that you guys can tag me is hashtag freedom250. I think there wasn't much going on with the hashtag, so that should work. If I was wrong and it's like a weird hashtag, but I think that one was kind of empty. So you could tag me with freedom250, and I would love to have you guys join the Zoom with us and join the stitch along. So we have 18 months, 78 weeks to get her done, and it's going to be fun. And just like the Teresa Koget's hometown, where I'm like, oh, that's a 2-year SAL, but now a year in, and I've stayed up to date on it. It's like, wow, look at all of this that I've done and stayed on, and like in another year from now, it'll be all finished. And then, you know, same with this, just, you know, little by little, just plug away. So let me know if you guys are joining in. And I'm super excited for you guys. It's just, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's just a beautiful chart. I love the floral motif. I love the big house, the carriage, the little soldiers, like the bell. Yeah, it's just, this one has always been on my radar. And I hope to see you guys this next year and a half plugging away with me on Let Freedom Ring. And just spending the time, like, you know, our country, 250 years. Can you believe it? Like, it's just a drop in the well of like nations and stuff, but we are a great country. I mean, yeah, we definitely have issues like the world. I mean, that's just the world, but there's no better place than America. That, at least I haven't been very far, but I love it here. It's like, yeah, I feel so blessed to be here, to have the freedoms we do, and to be able to just, yeah, enjoy it and realize how great it is. like, yeah, you can stew on negativity. Like, anybody can go down the negative hole of stuff, but I'm always looking at the silver lining on every cloud. And to me, I think America's great, and I want to rejoice in her. All right, that is it for updates and stuff. And I did get some happy mail. I've received a few different happy mail. I can't go through all of it, but I'm going to just go through some, and then we'll save some of it for next time. But this last time I got from Sandy, a viewer. She sent me a card with some stuff and a lot of beautiful stuff. So I'll just go through some fabric really quick. She sent some even weave from Hobby Lobby, the cream. I love working off that. She sent black, I think this is, oh, Monaco, 28 count Monaco. I have yet to work on black, but it's on my list of things to do. I want to work on something black. And then some more Lugana. Oh, that's what, the pearl. I think it's the pearl that I started the gingerbread house on. So that's great. And so I have 2 pearls, both 25 count Lugana. So I have more to add to my quilt. Yay. And then she sent this big piece of, I think it doesn't have any information on it, but it looks like some type of even weave, I believe. I don't have my glasses on to really look, but, or is it linen or even weave? I don't know. Just a great, nice piece of neutral. And then she had sent another piece. This is a little darker. This one, I think, is a linen. Really nice dark color. I didn't look at, I mean, I can count out what it is when I want to use it. Then sent some more little scraps. This Fiber on a Whim Hazelwood. This is 20 count Ada. Oh, yeah, I'm super excited for this. I've never worked on 20 count Ada, and I've been wanting to work on 20 count Ada because I love 40 count linen. So I'm like, oh, I want to try that. So this is a gorgeous piece, Hazelwood. She'd sent, and this was 30 count Mocha, WDW. What is that one again? Weeks Dye Works, right? Look at that. That's gorgeous. That will get some gorgeous use. And then this adorable polka dot. Oh man, I love polka dots. Anything polka dot. I've seen people work on this. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. This will be fun for something, maybe something wintry even. Belfast linen, 32 count, petite point. And it's a fat 1/8. So I will find something to put to use on that. It sent me a bunch of white floss, which we always need white. And this caterpillar cross stitch quilt. It's a whole kit. It's got the floss and the chart and the Ada. It's really a neat design. And Colorado cross stitcher, stitching makes me happy, which we all should have this on our decoration because it all makes us happy. Oh, my daughter, I showed her this and she's like, oh, do that one for me. She likes Top Gun. She's like, talk to me, Goose. I was really surprised. She's like, wanted to do that one. Let's see. Oh, this is really pretty. A Yuletide Welcome by Plum Street Samplers. Look at that big gold house. That's really pretty. That might get started next Christmas. Yeah, and I think, was that all from her? I can't remember. I know my other friend Leah sent me some stuff too. I'll just go through a couple things since we're under an hour. Friends So Dear. Yes, so I think that was the last from Sandy. Thank you, Sandy, so much. I'm so excited to put this in my stash and start using it. It's like, I wanted to, what was it? Oh, I love stitching or whatever. I'm like, oh, that would be a quick, easy start. But then I'm like, oh, it's in my stash. I don't want to start anything till I show it. All right, so this is A Friend So Dear from JBW Designs. It's just a really cute little, here's the bigger picture of it. Yeah, and this is a super small sampler. That might be a fun start for January. Like I have a couple ideas of that sampler you start on the 1st of January and you finish it by the end of January. The blessing sampler. There's a couple options of that. So this one is Stitches from the Heart from Redburn Design. Every stitch is from the heart. That's that. And the cute little blackbird design, Sweetheart Pocket. That looks fun. Something different to finish. So just a little like flat pillowish. No, I don't think it's a pillow. I think it's just flat, but a little heart and then a little pocket there. Yeah, I didn't even look at how it's done, but it's got the template in there and everything. Christmas Whimsies. These are really cute. This is from Scissortail Designs. Some little pillows, some Christmassy ones. Ooh, this Lindsay Lane Designs, Maria Cerrone, 1830, her sewing box. Look at the colors. This reminds me of the Hands Across the Sea, the one I'm working on, with the little girl and her bunny, the colors. What was, oh, I see your name. Not Betsy. Oh, I can't remember now, but the colors are very similar to that. Love the bright colors on this one. Super cute. I think this is small. This would also be a good sampler one to choose from. So I have like a handful of that. I have to sit and decide what I want for the blessing samplers. Are you guys starting a blessing sampler this year? If so, do you have it picked out already? I mean, it's only a couple weeks away. All right, Stacy Nash Primitives. Let's Meet at the Garden Gate Pin Keep. Really cute there. Nice big house. And I'll show you two more because, one of them is, well, all right. Autumn Splendor by Brenda Gervais. That has a really cute little blackbird with a fun, I don't even know what you call that around it. Like, it's framed out so pretty with the stitching. Very interesting. Yeah, look at that. That is very interesting. I like that one. All right, and this guy, super excited to receive this one. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced a couple crochet a go-go, but this is the winter sampler, which I wanted to start this winter. This would not be a blessing sampler because I would not be able to get this done. This is 215 by 315. So that's, even if I worked on it all of January, I don't think I could finish her by the end of the month. So I'll stick with that one. Very love this one. I want to start this in January sometime just to work on over the winter and then, you know, in no hurry, but yeah. I absolutely adore so many of her things. Like every time she comes out with something new, I'm like, oh, ooh, ooh, ah. Like it's fireworks going off in my brain when I see her stuff. So, all right. Yeah, I'll save some of this other stuff for next time around. Oh, these, all right, last one. She sent me these two things. Adorable, Jolly and Joy, cute little starts. And it's got little buttons, you know, little charms with them. Maybe should start one of these this year. Jolly or Joy? Oh, that Joy is really cute. Maybe I'll do Joy. Maybe this will get started for December. Yeah. So many plans. I can't believe I started 4 things this last month, but oh, yep, I was. There's so many cute things, but I will wait till next time because yeah, I want to keep it under an hour and there's plenty to show next time, and it won't be a month next time. So I say, no, it won't, because I need to get on here more often because I'm hosting a SAL. You guys are counting on me. And so I'm not going to disappoint, and I will be, I won't be able to, like, well, I could pop on, well, for sure on my Instagram every like week, Saturday, I will put the next little installment on. So follow me on Instagram, and it's also the Crow River Stitcher on Instagram. I don't know how I would do like a month or weekly every week just to pop on. Well, there's those shorts, right? Like, or YouTube has, I'll figure it out. But for sure, follow me on Instagram, and we will just, every week, I will post the new little section we're doing. But you guys don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. But if you want to follow along and need some structure, I'll structure you guys. All right. Merry Christmas. And I don't think, well, maybe I will try to get back here right after Christmas. And before we start this, for any other questions you have, any questions, let me know and I will answer them down there. Or you can reach out to me on my email, and then I will leave the information for you to get signed up on the Zoom call, and I hope to see you guys soon, and we will get that started. All right. Merry Christmas. Oh, I'm looking over there. You guys are here. Oh my gosh. Bye-bye.